Hey everybody, BearZombies here with random bits of Geek and MindCoreStudios.com, and I just finished watching Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter. So I'm going to go ahead and talk about that for a little bit. A couple of things for me. For the most part, it was a movie of moments. The collective story wasn't fantastic, wasn't the best. The dialogue, I felt, was just terrible. And there are probably many of you out there who are in the same camp as I am, where you're not super keen on an entire movie basically being done in CGI. It totally lifts that veil of illusion, kind of pulls you out, and you spend half the movie just like, this is all fake. Fake, 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 fake. And I understand for budgetary reasons CGI is super cheap and completely awesome as far as money goes. But when it comes to seeing a movie and seeing the actual effects, physical things being done rather than a computer generating everything for you, it definitely kind of ruins things for me. And this movie is full of that. So if you're not a huge fan of CGI and love it everywhere, all over everything, probably not going to be too happy with this. That being said, there were some super awesome action scenes in this. Basically, the whole idea behind it is that it's the true and secret past of Abraham Lincoln. So you delve into the background all the way from being a kid, this giant war with vampires, the fact that the Civil War, in the end, basically just is a means to an end. The be-all, end-all battle against vampires here in America. So it's used for one thing and presented as another. So it's just kind of this giant dark history as far as, the nation's actual past and Abraham Lincoln's actual past and all this. The style that it was done, the way that it was shot, absolutely loved. I liked the lighting, the costuming, scenery, all of that. All of that was amazing. The dialogue was really the big thing that kind of got me, pulled you out. It wasn't it was probably believable, I suppose, if you traced it back to that time frame, but it wasn't interesting. It didn't pull you in. It didn't make you hang on the end of your seat. You could have gone the entire movie and not really listened to people speak all that much and just waited for these big action scenes and totally dug into those, which the last third of the movie was pretty much straight up action, and it was awesome. So if you're really big into action and all that stuff, it's not going to let you down as far as that goes. Plus you get to see Abraham Lincoln kick a bunch of fucking ass with an axe, just tearing people apart left and right. And truth be told, that's how I'm just going to picture him from now on. In my head, whenever I think of Abraham Lincoln, I'll think, okay, yeah, cool, freed the slaves, was an awesome president, led us through one of the greatest battles and wars that our nation has ever fought, and also super badass with a fucking axe. That's just going to be my little biography for Abraham Lincoln. But as far as the entirety of the movie goes, 1 to 10, probably give it a 5, maybe a 5. Really, the entire time that I was watching it, and those of you who read comic books might dig in on this, I really felt like the entire thing, the whole Abraham Lincoln aspect, should have been scrapped, and instead this movie should have been American Vampire. Just taking a story arc. When you watch it and you just keep American Vampire, for those of you who read that, and if you're not reading it, then you're stupid, and you need to be, because it's fucking amazing. But just keep that in the back of your head, and while you're watching this movie, think, wow, this could have, really somebody could have made that into a movie, and it would have been, I feel like, just far and away better than this. Wasn't necessarily a terrible movie. It's getting pretty awful ratings. If you look at Rotten Tomatoes and stuff like that. And it's one of those movies where I can totally see where it's coming from. It's not, I don't see a 33 on Rotten Tomatoes and be like, 33? Are all these people fucking morons? This was clearly an 80. I see 33 and I'm like, you know what, maybe a 50 would probably be a little bit closer. But again, it depends on your tastes, because if you're if you're not somebody who's into everything that they're kind of giving you in this, which is a lot of CGI, not a whole lot of dialogue, the storyline is, I mean, it's pretty meek. It's just kind of, they're taking history and building off of it and trying to make a whole lot of things connect. And I mean, they do it pretty well with what they're trying to do. I mean, with the base storyline that they're going here of vampires, they do a pretty good job with that. But you're gonna watch it and probably be like, okay, that was a one-timer. That's not something that, and it's not necessarily. I mean, I wouldn't say it's necessarily something you want to see in the theater. It's probably definitely better seen on a big screen. But cost-wise, as far as what you're getting with the film, I don't know that this is what you're going to want to slap down. Here in our case, $9 a ticket, or in some places probably like $15 a ticket if you see it in 3D, which sadly we did because all of the other time slots were taken for the digital screenings. But that's it. That's kind of my spiel. Not the best movie in the world. A movie of moments. I mean, you can select 12 or 15 just fucking sweet scenes from this, and have everything that you need to see. Really, should have. I mean, my just straight up honest opinion is they should have made an American vampire movie. Hopefully, in the future they do, and we have something to fall back on from something like this. But not nearly as good as I was really hoping it was. Going to be, I guess I kind of got what I knew was coming, though. I'd hoped it would be better, but I knew in my heart that this was just going to be what it was, which was heavy on CGI, not a whole lot of story, focused on action, and drawing people in with the idea of Abraham Lincoln being a vampire hunter. So, if anybody out there has any responses to this, or maybe you thought the movie was just fucking amazing, or you thought it was even worse than I'm saying, give us a shout out at mindcorestudios.com. Just click on Random Bits of Geek and find this video, or leave your comments down below in the comment box. Don't forget to subscribe, and if anybody has any questions or comments, visit mindcorestudios.com, Random Bits of Geek, or leave things here. Thanks. BearZombies out.